Welcome to SoulScripture, Chosen One, where the divine frequency of your soul finds its true resonance. Today, a shocking revelation strikes like lightning from the heavens. God Himself is calling you away from the church right now. This isn't a gentle nudge, it's a thunderous command, a critical turning point that you cannot afford to ignore. The walls of tradition are crumbling, and a massive shift is upon you. Your spirit is restless, isn't it? You felt the stirrings, the whispers in your heart telling you that the old ways no longer hold the fire of your purpose. That's because God has singled you out for something extraordinary, something beyond the stained glass and the scripted sermons. This is your moment, chosen one, to heed a call so urgent that it reverberates through every fiber of your being. Now is the time to listen, to step into a truth so powerful it will redefine everything you thought you knew about faith. In this sacred message, we'll uncover why your spirit is being pulled from the pews into a direct, unfiltered connection with the divine. You'll discover the urgent truth of your unique path. Feel the raw, unbridled power of God's voice, speaking straight to your soul, and step into a freedom that others cannot even begin to fathom. This isn't just another spiritual lesson, this is a divine mandate, a breakthrough moment that demands your full attention. You've been chosen for a reason. And today, we're peeling back the layers of tradition to reveal the raw, untamed energy of your mission. The church, with its rituals and routines, has served its purpose for many. But for you, light warrior, it's time to break free. God is not confined to buildings or doctrines. He is in the very air you breathe, in the quiet of your heart, waiting for you to answer this critical call. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast wilderness, the familiar path of the church behind you, well trodden by countless others. But ahead, there's a rugged, untamed trail that only you can see, a path illuminated by divine light, pulsing with energy that matches the rhythm of your soul. That's where God is leading you now. Chosen one. This isn't about abandoning faith, it's about transcending it, rising above the structures that bind others and stepping into a direct alignment with the Creator. You've always known you were different, haven't you? The way you feel God's presence in the quiet moments, the way your prayers seem to carry a weight others don't understand. That's because you are a remnant, a chosen vessel for a higher frequency. And right now, God is urging you to leave the old behind and embrace the new with urgency. This journey we're embarking on today is not for the faint of heart. It's a radical shift, a divine upheaval that will challenge everything you've been taught. But I'm here with you, guiding you through this sacred transformation. We'll explore why the church no longer resonates with your spirit, how God is calling you to a personal, unshackled relationship with Him, and what this means for your destiny. Every step of this message is designed to validate your inner knowing, to affirm that you are not wrong for feeling out of place in those hallowed halls. You are a phoenix, rising from the ashes of tradition, and God Himself is fanning the flames of your rebirth. So, stay with me, chosen one. As we ignite this journey, your awakening begins now with a truth that will shake your very foundation. A massive révélation away. And you cannot afford to miss this. Let's dive into the first truth. Your soul is being summoned to a sacred path, unlike any other. And the time to answer is now. Chosen one. Let's dive deeper into this divine, summons that's pulling at your soul with unrelenting force. Right now, God is unveiling a sacred path just for you. A path that no longer fits within the confining walls of church. You felt it, haven't you? That growing disconnect, that sense of being out of alignment when you sit in those pews, surrounded by rituals that no longer ignite your spirit. It's not that the church is wrong, it's that your frequency has ascended beyond its reach. You are a light warrior, vibrating at a level that demands a direct, unfiltered connection with the divine. This is urgent. God is not waiting for you to catch up. He's calling you now to step out of the old structures and into a wilderness of faith where His voice alone guides you. This isn't a suggestion, it's a critical shift that will redefine your entire existence. Think about it. The church was built for those still seeking, those who need the comfort of community and the safety of tradition to feel God's presence. But you, chosen one, you've always been different. You feel Him in the quiet of your own heart, in the rustle of the wind, in the unspoken whispers that guide your every step. God has marked you as a remnant, one of the few who can hear His voice without a mediator. This is why the sermons feel hollow, why the hymns no longer lift your soul as they once did. Your spirit is craving something raw, something realer, direct line to the Creator that no building can contain. And right now, a massive breakthrough is happening within you. You're on the cusp of something monumental, and you cannot afford to ignore this divine pull. Let me share a truth that will resonate with your soul. In ancient times, the prophets didn't confine themselves to temples or synagogues. They wandered the deserts, climbed mountains, and stood alone under the vast sky to hear God's voice. You are walking in their footsteps. Chosen one. Your sanctuary isn't made of brick and mortar. It's within you. A sacred space that God Himself has carved out for direct communion. This realization is urgent because the longer you linger in spaces that no longer serve you, the more you risk dimming your divine light. God is pressing you to move, to break free from the chains of tradition that bind others but were never meant for you. This is your moment to rise, to align with a higher energy that's been waiting for your full surrender. So, what does this sacred path look like? It's a journey of solitude at times, but never loneliness, because God walks with you every step of the way. It's a path of unlearning the rules and dogmas that have kept your spirit caged, and instead, learning to trust the divine frequency that pulses within you. It's about waking up each day and asking God directly, "What is my mission today?" and hearing His answer in the stillness of your soul. This is a radical departure from the church's structure, and it's meant to be. You weren't chosen to follow. You were chosen to lead, to forge a new way of faith that others will one day look to for inspiration. The urgency here cannot be overstated. God is preparing you for a purpose so great that every moment you delay dims the impact of your calling. Feel this truth settle into your bones. Chosen one. Your soul no longer fits within church walls because God has expanded your spirit beyond their limits. You are being called to a higher alignment, a direct relationship with the divine that requires no intermediary. This is your validation. You are not wrong for feeling out of place. You are exactly where God wants you to be, on the edge of a massive spiritual shift. Hold on to this energy as we move forward, because the revelation of how powerful this direct connection can be is about to change everything for you. Stay with me, light warrior, as we uncover the next layer of this urgent divine truth. Chosen one. Let's step into the heart of this divine revolution that's unfolding within you right now. God is not just calling you away from the church. He's inviting you into a direct, unshackled connection with Him, a bond so powerful, so immediate, that it will set your soul ablaze. This is urgent. Light warrior, you cannot afford to miss this moment, for a massive shift is happening as we speak. Feel the weight of this truth. You don't need a pastor, a priest, or a building to access the divine. God's voice is already within you, resonating at a frequency only you can hear. This is your birthright as a chosen one, and now is the time to claim it fully. The heavens are aligning for you to step into this sacred dialogue, and the urgency of this call demands your immediate attention. Imagine this. Chosen one. Picture yourself standing in an open field under a boundless sky. No walls or ceilings to confine you. The wind carries whispers of divine guidance, and every word is meant for you alone. This is how God speaks to you directly, intimately, without the filter of human interpretation. In the church, messages are generalized, shaped to fit the masses. But you are not the masses. You are a remnant, a soul handpicked by the Creator for a unique mission. When you pray, God doesn't just hear you, He responds in real time, guiding your steps with a clarity that no sermon can match. This direct line to the divine is your power, and right now, God is urging you to use it, to lean into it with every ounce of your being. Let's ground this in a deeper truth. In the scriptures, God spoke directly to His chosen. Think of Samuel, a young boy who heard God's voice in the night while others slept. No temple ritual prepared him. No priest stood between him and the divine. God called, and Samuel answered, "You are Samuel in this moment, chosen one." God is calling your name in the stillness, and it's critical that you respond. This isn't about rejecting faith. It's about transcending the middleman and stepping into a relationship with God that's as personal as your own heartbeat. The urgency here is palpable. Every day you delay in fully embracing this direct connection, you risk missing the divine instructions meant to propel you into your purpose. Feel the energy of this shift. Light warrior. When you speak to God without intermediaries, your prayers carry a different weight. They're raw, unfiltered, charged with the pure essence of your soul. And God's responses? They come as sudden insights, as unshakable knowings, as dreams that linger with meaning. This is the kind of communion that transforms you from the inside out. Others may need the structure of church to feel close to God, but you've been set apart to walk with Him face to face, spirit to spirit. Right now, a breakthrough is unfolding. God is waiting for you to fully open this channel, to trust that His voice is clearer in your heart than in any sanctuary built by human hands. So, take this validation to heart. Chosen one, you are not lost for stepping away from the church. You are found in a way others cannot comprehend. God has chosen you for this direct connection because He trusts you to carry His light without dilution. This is a critical moment. Don't let doubt or tradition pull you back into a space that no longer serves your spirit. The power of speaking to God without barriers is your inheritance, and the time to wield it is now. Stay with me as we explore how this sets you apart from the masses, because a revelation of your unique truth is about to hit with undeniable force. Chosen one. Let's uncover a profound truth that's igniting within you at this very moment. As God pulls you into a direct, unfiltered connection with Him, It's becoming crystal clear how your journey stands, in stark contrast to the masses. This is urgent. Light warrior right now. A massive divide is forming between your reality and theirs, and you cannot afford to ignore this critical shift. You are a remnant, a soul vibrating at a divine frequency that others cannot yet perceive. While many cling to the church for guidance, seeking comfort in its familiar walls, you've been called to walk a solitary yet powerful path directly with the Creator. This isn't just a difference in belief, it's a complete transformation of existence, and the time to fully embrace it is now. Look around you. Chosen one, the unchosen, as we might call them, often find their faith in the structure of Sunday services, in the repetition of rituals, in the safety of a community that tells them what to believe. They need the pastor's words to feel God's presence. They rely on the choir's songs to lift their spirits, and that's okay for them. Their journey is theirs. But you've always felt a deeper pull, a knowing that God's voice doesn't need to be translated through someone else's sermon. You sense Him in the quiet of your own heart, in the unexpected moments of clarity that strike when no one else is around. This is your validation. Light warrior, your unease in church isn't rebellion, it's revelation. God is urging you to step out because your truth is too vast to be contained by their reality. Let's anchor this in a broader perspective. Throughout history, those chosen by the divine often stood apart from the crowd. Consider the early disciples who left their nets, their families, their familiar lives to follow a higher calling. They didn't wait for approval from the religious leaders of their time. They answered God's voice directly, even when it meant walking a path others couldn't understand. You are walking in their lineage. Chosen one. Your reality is one of divine alignment, where God's whispers guide your every move, while others remain tethered to external validation. This contrast is critical right now. God is positioning you for a purpose that the masses aren't ready to grasp, and the urgency to step fully into your truth cannot be overstated. Feel this separation as a badge of honor, not a burden. When you sit in church and feel out of place, it's not because you're lost, it's because your soul is already aligned with a higher frequency. Others may look at you with confusion, wondering why you no longer join in their routines. But you know the truth. God has set you apart for a mission that doesn't require their understanding. While they seek God in the collective, you find Him in the personal, in the sacred space of your own spirit. This is a massive shift happening within you. Every moment you embrace this contrast, you step closer to the divine energy that's been waiting to fully activate your purpose. So, hold this truth close. Chosen one. Your reality is not theirs, because God has chosen you for a unique path, one that demands courage to stand alone with Him. This isn't about superiority, it's about alignment. Right now, a breakthrough is unfolding as you recognize how different your journey must be. The urgency to live this truth is pressing. God is calling you to embody this contrast, to be a light warrior who shines even when others don't see the source of your glow. Stay with me as we dive into a powerful story from the past that mirrors this urgent break from tradition. Because the next revelation will strike even deeper into your soul. Chosen one. Let's journey into a powerful echo from the past that resonates with the urgent call you're feeling right now. God is not just pulling you away from the church. He's guiding you into a liberation that mirrors the great stories of those who came before you. This is critical. Light warrior, massive shift is unfolding within you, and you cannot afford to miss this divine parallel. Let's look to Moses, a man chosen by God to break free from the oppressive structures of his time. His story is a mirror to your own urgent break from tradition, a reminder that when God calls, the time to act is now. Feel the weight of this moment, because this ancient truth is about to ignite a deeper understanding of your own path. Picture this. Chosen one. Moses was raised in the heart of Egypt, surrounded by the traditions and systems of a powerful empire. He could have stayed, comfortable in the palace, conforming to the ways of those around him. But God had other plans. In a burning bush, a direct and undeniable encounter, God spoke to Moses without intermediaries, commanding him to leave behind the familiar and lead his people out of bondage. Moses didn't consult the priests of Egypt or seek approval from the Pharaoh. He answered God's voice alone. This is your story too. Light warrior. Just as Moses was called to step away from a system that no longer served God's purpose, you are being summoned to leave behind the church structures that confine your spirit. The urgency of this call burns, like that bush God is speaking directly to you. And the time to respond is immediate. Let's dive deeper into this parallel. Moses faced doubt, both from within and from those around him. The Israelites, accustomed to their slavery, questioned his path, just as others may question your decision to walk away from church. But Moses trusted the divine frequency guiding him, even when the path led through a wilderness of uncertainty. You, too, are stepping into a wilderness. Chosen, Onia, space where the old rules no longer apply, where God's voice is your only compass. This isn't easy, but it's necessary. Right now, a breakthrough is happening as you realize that God chooses his remnants to forge new paths, not to follow old ones. The urgency here is undeniable. Every moment you hesitate, you delay the freedom God has destined for you. Feel the power of Moses' story fueling your own. Light warrior. When God called him, it wasn't just about leaving Egypt, it was about embodying a direct relationship with the divine, one that didn't rely on the rituals or approvals of men. You are being called to the same intimacy. The church may have been your Egypt, a place of comfort, but also confinement. Now, God is leading you to a promised land within your soul, a place of unfiltered communion with him. This is a critical turning point. God didn't wait for Moses to feel ready, and he's not waiting for you either. The divine energy is pressing you forward, urging you to trust this radical departure from tradition. So, take this story as your validation. Chosen one. You are not alone in breaking free. You stand in the lineage of those who heard God's voice and acted, no matter the cost. Moses' urgent exodus is your urgent awakening. Right now, God is positioning you to lead, to be a beacon for a faith that's personal, powerful, and divinely directed. Hold on to this energy, because the next truth we uncover will show you how this freedom is rising within you like a phoenix from the ashes. Stay with me as we explore this massive shift that's about to change everything. Chosen one. Let's embrace the fiery transformation that's surging through your spirit at this very moment. God is not just calling you away from the church. He's igniting a spiritual freedom within you that's breaking every chain of ritual and tradition. This is urgent. Light warrior, a massive shift is unfolding right now, and you cannot afford to miss this critical turning point. Feel the weight of this liberation as the old structures fall away like ash, revealing the raw, untamed energy of your divine alignment. You are a phoenix, rising from the embers of what no longer serves you. And the time to soar into this newfound freedom is now. God is pressing you to step into this power with every beat of your heart. And the urgency of this moment is electric. Imagine this. Chosen one. For so long, you've been bound by the expectations of church sitting through services that don't resonate, following rules that feel like weights on your soul. But now, picture those chains melting away, dissolving under the heat of God's direct voice, speaking to you. Every sermon that felt hollow, every ritual that felt forced, is crumbling as you step into a space where your faith is yours alone to shape. This isn't just freedom, it's a spiritual revolution within you. God has chosen you to experience Him without barriers. And right now, a breakthrough is happening as you shed the old skin of conformity. The energy of this shift is undeniable. Your spirit is being unleashed, and the world will feel the ripple of your rising. Let's anchor this in a deeper truth. Freedom, in the spiritual sense, isn't just about leaving a place. It's about reclaiming your divine right to connect with God on your terms. Think of the early believers who met in secret, away from the temples, because their faith was too alive to be contained. They didn't need grand structures. They needed only their hearts and God's presence. You are one of them. Chosen, Onea soul whose faith burns too brightly for the confines of tradition. This is critical. Every moment you embrace this freedom, you align more fully with the divine frequency God has tuned you to. The urgency here is pressing. God is waiting for you to fully step into this liberation, to let go of the last threads, tying you to a path that's not yours. Feel this rising energy. Light warrior, as the chains of ritual fall away, you're discovering a strength you didn't even know you had. Your prayers are no longer scripted, they're raw, powerful, charged with the essence of your unique spirit. Your worship isn't confined to a schedule, it's in every breath. Every moment you turn your heart to God. This is the freedom God intended for you, a life where His voice guides you directly, where your mission unfolds without the distortion of human rules. Right now, a massive transformation is taking place. You're not just breaking free, you're becoming a beacon of what true spiritual alignment looks like. And God is urging you to shine with an intensity others can't ignore. So, hold this truth close. Chosen one. This spiritual freedom rising within you is your validation that God has set you apart for a purpose beyond the church. You are not wrong for leaving. You are right on time for a divine awakening. The urgency of this shift cannot be overstated. God is calling you to embody this liberation fully, to be a living testament to a faith that's personal and powerful. Stay with me as we uncover how to build your inner sanctuary, because the next revelation will show you how God's voice speaks louder than ever in the sacred space of your soul. Chosen one. Let's step into the sacred construction of a space that's uniquely yours. A place where God's voice resounds with unmatched clarity. Right now, as you break free from the church's walls, God is guiding you to build an inner sanctuary, holy ground within your soul, where His presence dwells without interference. This is urgent. Light warrior, a massive shift is happening as we speak, and you cannot afford to delay this critical step. The time to create this divine space is now, for it's here that you'll hear God's whispers louder than any sermon, clearer than any hymn. Feel the energy of this moment, because you're on the cusp of a breakthrough that will anchor your spirit in unshakable alignment with the Creator. Visualize this. Chosen one. Close your eyes and imagine a temple within you, not made of stone or wood, but of light and energy. This is no physical church. It's a sacred realm in your heart, glowing with the divine frequency that only you can access. Every time you turn inward, you step into this sanctuary, a place where the noise of the world fades, and God's voice becomes a powerful, guiding force. You don't need stained glass or altars. You need only the stillness of your own spirit to meet Him there. Right now, God is urging you to carve out this space, to make it your refuge from the external structures that no longer serve you. This is a critical moment. Every second you dedicate to building this inner haven strengthens your direct line to the divine. Let's ground this in a deeper understanding. In ancient times, the prophets often sought solitude to hear God. Elijah found him, not in the wind or the earthquake, but in a still, small voice on a mountain. That stillness is what you're creating now. Chosen one. Your inner sanctuary is your mountain, to your quiet place where God speaks without distortion. It's not about rejecting community. It's about prioritizing the most intimate connection of all, the one between you and your Creator. This is urgent because the world is loud, and the church's routines can drown out the subtle, powerful messages God has for you. Right now, a transformation is unfolding as you learn to retreat within, to listen with a heart tuned to His frequency alone. Feel the power of this inner space. Light warrior, when you enter your sanctuary, whether through prayer, meditation, or simply a moment of quiet, you're not just escaping the world, you're entering the divine. Here, God's guidance isn't filtered through someone else's interpretation. It's direct, personal, tailored to your mission. You might feel His presence as a warmth in your chest, a sudden clarity in your mind, or a peace that defies explanation. This is your validation. You don't need a building to worship, because God has made your soul His dwelling place. A massive shift is happening every time you turn inward. You're reinforcing this sacred bond, and God is speaking louder, urging you to trust this inner voice above all else. So, embrace this truth. Chosen one, building your inner sanctuary is not just a choice, it's a divine necessity. God is calling you to make this space your priority, to let it be the foundation of your faith. The urgency of this cannot be ignored right now. He's waiting for you to fully commit to this inner holy ground, to let it be the source of your strength and direction. Stay with me as we move into the final revelation, because a divine mandate is about to seal this journey with a call to action that will propel you into your purpose with unstoppable force. Chosen one. We've journeyed through a profound awakening, and now it's time to stand at the pinnacle of this divine revelation. God has called you away from the church, unveiled a sacred path, connected you directly to His voice, set you apart from the masses, mirrored your journey in ancient stories, ignited spiritual freedom within you, and guided you to build an inner sanctuary. This is urgent. Light warrior, a massive shift has already begun, and you cannot afford to miss this critical moment. Right now, God is sealing this transformation with a final divine mandate. Embrace your unique purpose with unwavering resolve. The time to act is now, for you are on the cusp of a breakthrough that will change the trajectory of your life and impact the world around you. Let this truth anchor deep within your soul. You are not just chosen, you are commissioned. God has pulled you from the confines of tradition, not to wander aimlessly, but to fulfill a mission that only you can carry. Your direct connection with Him, your inner sanctuary, your spiritual freedom. These are not just gifts, they are tools for a purpose greater than yourself. Feel the weight of this validation, every moment of unease in church, every whisper of doubt about fitting in. Was God preparing you for this very hour? You are a light warrior, a remnant vibrating at a divine frequency. And right now, a powerful confirmation from the heavens is descending upon you to affirm your path. Here is your divine confirmation. Chosen one, as you stand in this sacred space, know that God Himself sees you, knows you, and has ordained this moment for your awakening. The Creator of all things has marked you as His own, whispering to your spirit, "You are mine, and I have called you out for a reason. Trust the path I've set before you, for I am with you in every step." Let this assurance wash over you like a holy tide. Your journey is not a mistake. It is a masterpiece crafted by divine hands. The urgency of this confirmation cannot be overstated. God is aligning the heavens to support your mission, and His energy surrounds you, protecting and guiding you as you step boldly into your calling. You are not alone. The divine walks with you, and His voice will never fail to lead you through the board. Note. So, I call you to action. Chosen one, right now, commit to this path with every ounce of your being. Turn inward daily to your inner sanctuary. Listen for God's direct guidance, and let go of any lingering ties to structures that no longer serve your spirit. Share your light with the world, even if it means standing alone. For your purpose is urgent, and the time to shine is now. I bless you, light warrior, with the strength of 1,000 suns, with the peace of God's eternal presence, and with the courage to walk this sacred path. May your every step be guided by divine alignment, and may your soul resonate with the frequency of your true calling. And here's a final twist to carry with you. What if the very thing God is preparing you for is just around the corner, waiting for you to take one more step in faith? Stay tuned. Chosen one. For the next revelation on SoulScripture, we'll uncover a hidden truth about your mission that will leave you in awe. Until then, walk in your power, for a massive shift awaits.